All right, kids, boys, and girls. A little late edition of the show today, but St. Louis Organics presents Montez at midday on this wonderful way back Wednesday edition of the show. How we doing? Hope everybody is doing well on a beautiful 79 to 80 degrees on this Ash Wednesday here in St. Louis, Missouri. But wow, I did not expect this array of sunshine that we're feeling on this, what I like to call all systems a go. We went to the VA today already. Shout out to all my veterans out there. Those of you know who you are. Whether you're serving out, served before, in your family and your bloodline, if you got the veteran status out there, showing you nothing but love and support on this magnificent day here that we have going on. If it is your first time tuning in, thank you so much. You can follow and track the show so many ways. The best way to do it on this day today is it's 79 degrees. Somebody wants to find a patio, all right? Somebody going to want some barbecue, all right? And somebody want to get their car washed. Here's what you do. Please visit the website, www.dremontez.com. Hit that sponsor link up there in the corner. Give you a complete listen. Take care of you from Belleville, downtown St. Louis, out to North County, as well as South City. Here in the neighborhood, Tower Pub, up on Morganford, as well as Friendly Sports Bar on Roger Place. Both have magnificent patios in this wonderful weather. And I tell you what, pet friendly. I've only seen a couple of people bring a cat out to the bar. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's not unusual. It's just not normal that people bring a cat to the bar. But that's what's going on this way back Wednesday edition of the show. But we got to do high fives. Chest bump. Chest bump. Check it out. I got the Cardinal girl. Let's hug it out again. Well, those hugs feel amazing, don't they? The hugs just seem to do the trick for people. They really seem to set the tone of the day, get the spices and the juices flowing the right way, and it gets the mojo going in the right direction. I think that's what the kids call it, of getting the mojo going in the right direction. But there we are right there. Coffee in the afternoon. Don't knock it till you try it. I tell you what, there's so many things you can put in alcohol. There's so many things you can put in coffee other than alcohol. Now that right there was funny. That was funny for sure right there. I'm trying to multitask right now, guys. Forgive me. I think we're getting it together. But there's so many different creamers and things you can add to make your coffee really good out there. I mean, I'm in love with the Reese's Pieces and the Snickers. Oh, the rum shata, the Fireball, brandy, any type of vodka. But coffee just by itself is magnificent. But just a little cream would do, just to get the mojo and the blood flowing the right way on this way back Wednesday edition of Montez at midday. Okay, all right. Today is a very special day. Today is my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. So, guys, we're going to sing happy birthday to my mom. We're going to do the fast version because we got other stuff to get into, but not saying you're not important, Mom, but happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hey, Mama. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dre's mom. Happy birthday, Yvonne. Willie, what you doing in there? Willie. And my cousin in Brooklyn, New York, is his birthday as well. My cousin changed his name. I'm going to call him Sonny. Sonny, it's your birthday today. So happy birthday to you as well. If you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Shout out to Oklahoma, too. We got something in common in Oklahoma City. Both of our mom's birthday today. Cardinal fans and Bronco fans. A whole lot of similarities right there in this special group. We got countdown, St. Patty's Day, guys. Countdown. Come prepared. Get them liver exercises together. 10 hut, we going to put it in. But happy birthday to everyone whose birthday is today. If you're celebrating anything today, congratulations to you. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you. If you're getting back together and trying to figure some things out with your kids or a past relationship, I wish you nothing but the best. Times are, I don't want to say hard. I don't want to say I understand what you're going through. I think that's an overused term that people use way too much. I understand what you're going through. Not the fuck you don't understand what I'm going through, because if you did, we wouldn't be having this conversation. We'll be going somewhere together about to wreak havoc on somebody. So using that phrase, I know what you're going through. No, you don't. People, let's keep it moving forward. All positive things. All positive things. Let's keep it positive and moving forward for sure. Before we get into the show, can I give a few thanks for the month of February, Black History Month. We had guests on the show, and I want to thank those guests that came on the show. Thank you for responding to the emails. Thank you for friending me. Thank you for reaching out to me, and thanks for having a conversation before we do the show and afterwards as well. And I think I got to take a few road trips on this after this February that we had here on Montez at midday. Picked up a new sponsor in Oklahoma City last month. I'd like to welcome aboard. One more shout out to them. Boom. There it is already. Boom. All right. We got a new logo up here for AKA Weed Squad, St. Louis Organics. All right. Boom. There you go. All right. Let's thank some people, Dre. I would like to thank Alistair Fennell for coming on the show last month to discuss his article that he wrote and shared about the demise of football in St. Louis. It started way before. Is it okay? Is it okay to say his name right now? Stan Kroenke. This goes back to the days of Mayor Vincent Shamel. It was an interesting article. He's a writer out of the Jefferson City, Missouri area. Again, thank you to man. He was also part of the Blackhawk sensation, the Battlehawk sensation that was here. USFL on the way. And XFL will be back soon. Next up, I got attorney Brian. My man Brian Edwards. Thanks for coming on the show, my man. As we talked about baseball, the similarities, what we miss, what we love about the game, just about the love of the game of baseball and the batting stance. Very knowledgeable guy in the world of sports and law. If you find yourself in the need, because we know a few of y'all got Mardi Gras, I done heard some stories. People ain't been to work. Girlfriends ain't returned home. Ain't nobody know what tied up with the damn car. So if y'all need to reach out to my man, attorney Brian Edwards, he's part of ShowMeLawyerGroup.com. ShowMeLawyerGroup.com. You can reach out to him at 314-675-0377. Again, thank you to my man, attorney Brian Edwards. Next up, we got the young lady from the Loop that popped on the show last month, Miss Jessica Whitfield, who wrote the book, The Streets of St. Louis. That was a fun interview. Meeting these young promising authors on the rise. And I used to be in the circle of people on open mic night, whether you're singing, whether you're rapping or doing that poetry. Y'all remember that poetry, huh? Not the movie Love Jones, but that Love Jones and that neo soul music and dim them lights and let's smoke some beaties. Now you know what I'm talking about right there. Next up, we got to thank my man Larry Tank Purdue, who wrote the book Fullback. You can get Fullback and the book The Streets of St. Louis. Both of these books on Amazon. Check them out. Get a hold of them today. Show some love and support. My man Larry Tank Purdue is from He's from Deer District. And road trip is needed. Road trip is needed. You know, I love the road trips when I go to a sports venue, a sports town, or things of that nature. That could be the softball in me, but I'm looking forward to a trip up there to the Deer District. So again, shout out to those guys that popped up on the show last month. Awesome. It was pretty cool. And we have more to come for sure in a few months coming ahead. If you're on social media, you can follow and track the show, whether it's Montez at Midday or my podcast, Who's to Blame. On Facebook, we have a page, Who's to Blame. Instagram, Who's to Blame the podcast. Twitter, at W2B, Dre Montez. YouTube, Dre Montez. TikTok, Dre Montez 63. We're starting to get some viewership on this TikTok. And we're starting to get more followers on YouTube. But we're going to, not now, we're going to wait till we take our downtime to tweak the website, tweak the graphics and everything, the 3 months that we're off. When we come back, YouTube is going to look totally different for you. And hopefully the little tinkering on the webpage will give a little bit more effect, a little bang to it as well. And if you're a person that's looking or interested in doing some advertising, or would like to be a guest on the show, you can reach out to me several ways by visiting the website, www.dremontez.com. On any of the social media platforms, you can inbox me on any of them right there to get you on the show, your people, your product, your knowledge, your path, your story, your journey, or your business. Either way, we want you to join the family here at Montez at Midday and Who's to Blame, the podcast. And coming up very, very soon, we're dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Who's to blaze? A cannabis lifestyle. Oh, that's coming next. That's going to be conduct detrimental to the team right there. That's going to be one of them shows. Did y'all see who was on there? Local. All right, kids. What we got coming up next? Next up, we got the NFL discussion here on Montez at Midday. We're not going to deep all into it and look at all the statistics. I'm just going to give you a little rundown of what's going on with the NFL right now, where we stand as fans, I do believe. With the NFL Combine taking place tomorrow, it starts tomorrow. That should be fun to check out. Watch the live auction going on. Look at the studs on the field in more ways than one. And also, the competition committee is getting together to see if they can figure out how they can fix the games when it comes to being close and going overtime. Are they doing this thing the right way? I think we're missing the bigger picture here. I'm not saying no one needs to get fired. With the technology that we have in sports and what they show us is completely different what the referees are looking at. It has to be. I would love to know the resolution of these cameras that they're looking at, because there's no way they're missing these calls like this. There's no way they're not being held accountable. I'm tired of the apology on Monday, a Friday afternoon, or early Sunday morning about what they did in a Monday night game, a Thursday night game, or a Saturday game. Why? Let's avoid that. There should be a way to avoid that. Competition committee, you're on the clock. The NFL really wants to get into bed. Say about to do some traveling this upcoming season. UK, Mexico City, Germany. This is going to be, they got 5 games going on outside of the United States. Inquiring minds want to know who's going to get this team, because Mexico City should have happened a couple of years ago, but Shakira shook that ass too much on the field and just the field was a mess. So moving forward, I think it's a nice strategic move the way that Roger Goodell has kind of squeezed into other markets to show that love and appreciation for the NFL fans outside of the United States. We're going to watch that and see. I'm really intrigued what this competition committee is going to do. I know what you're worried about. What is Aaron Rodgers going to do, Dre? Where's Carson Wentz going to go? And what's up with Russell Wilson? I think those three right there, the story on them can get interesting. Philly special, that ended. Blame the offensive line. You blame the fact that he gets nervous, the fact he's been hurt, he's been hit hard, that being Carson Wentz, why he plays the way he plays. There's several factors in this on the decision so quick by possibly the Indianapolis coach saying, bye-bye, so long, see you. We're going to see how that works out. Next is Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson is a quarterback who's in another position where I think his wife is really going to be involved, because a lot of quarterbacks have followed the lead of athletes. And I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's a good way. When you have to talk to your partner, your wife, your lover, whatever it may be, the person that got your back no matter what, and you're playing professional sports, and we're to the point we've won here, we've had some ups and downs here, we've done well here, outside of football, with football, we've done well here. But what are we going to do now, honey? Do you want to stay here and we end it here, or do we want to go somewhere else? So I could see Russell Wilson really listening to Ciara, especially if she's wearing a wetsuit. Focus, Dre. And next up, we're going to see what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has been the tale of two cities. He's been a soap opera in the 80s and the 90s. Well, 70s and 80s at least. He's been nighttime television, daytime television. He's been everything we thought he could be and more, except the more part, the championships. And look who he's played for. Look who's been on the team. When people say they need weapons, you show them the list of what they had, and they couldn't get anything out of that. Can you imagine if you play professional sports? You play from Pop Warner all the way to the NFL. You're in the NFL 5 years. You've been in the league 5 years. You third or fourth string in the wide receiving core. You got a good build on you, 6'5", decent speed, good hands, can run a route. But in the back of your mind, when you hear that, when you're on a team and they keep saying, we need some more weapons, don't you want to raise your hand and say, utilize me more, coach? Is that allowed? Is that such a thing? This is unlike softball when I never had a second baseman out of 25 years, but probably 3 to 5, or a right fielder, probably 3 to 5. But I would be on teams playing a game and, hey, coach be talking. Anybody play second? Like 9 people raise their hand. And I just say, not who can play second. No, not who wants to play second, but who can play second base. There's a big difference. Big difference. Who wants to and who can. And that's what I think what happens to a lot of these teams. They're going with, I guess, the dog that's barking the loudest or the impactful guy. You got to show off to get your talent shown. Every time I hear that phrase, well, you need to surround him with more talent. What? Let me look at this roster now that Aaron Rodgers had all this talent. 1 Super Bowl. 1. But other than Dallas, Green Bay is the traditional America's team, because I say the name as America wanted me to say. Vincent Lombardi was the coach. All those championships but one. Well, 11 of those championships were won before that was color television. Let that sink in, will you? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying right there when it comes to the NFL right there. Those are the things I'm going to be paying attention to. The combine starts tomorrow. We got the competition committee talking in the NFL. Now, I like those group of guys. They know how to figure it out, unlike this other group that don't know what the hell going on. And also that there are 5 games that are going to be played outside the United States in the 22-23 season. We're going to watch with the radar eye of the NFL watch party on where Aaron Rodgers may end up. Carson Wentz, Philly special. And Russell, I am not Ciara Wilson. Where they going? Where we going? We're going to see where these guys are going. I'm going to keep my third eye open and my big toe to the left. But in the meantime, Wally's is coming to St. Louis. I don't know if you guys know about Wally's. I had no idea about a damn Wally's until I saw the promo of Wally's. And then, of course, When you see something or hear about something you don't know about, what do? We go online, Daddy. I went online. And when people say, oh, coming up next Saturday, we have something for everyone. Everyone in the family coming by. I believe this. Just look at Wally's. Look at what they have to offer. And this one here supposed to be massive. It reminds me of Grandpa Pigeon's Super Walmart when it first came out. An incredible universe, all slept together and had this kid. This thing is, I'm talking, there are going to be people crying, holding hands, pointing. Look, look, look what they got. Oh my. I'm telling you, give St. Louis in the surrounding area, I see a good 20-mile radius. 5 more years. 5 more years. Unrecognizable. Unrecognizable. Go to a part of St. Louis you haven't been to in a long time. In the daytime. In the daytime. And just see, oh, okay. Oh, all right. But damn. Well, look. They've been busy. But we broke. Nobody can afford a car. Nobody can pay rent. But all these places keep opening. These are not corporate places I'm talking about. I'm talking small business, mom and pop, brother and sister, husband and wife, 2 wives, 2 men. Everybody is opening up a business. I'm telling you, the next 5 years, this place is going to be like, shit, is this St. Louis? Going to feel like Jed Clampett. Wee doggy. Oh, St. Louis in the building. Look at that. I'm proud of the progress that we're making. I'm very proud of the progress that we're making for sure. My man, Arlington Lane, what's going on, boss? Another guy that helped cover the the Battlehawks. My man right there, folks, show in the building. Okay, kids. Next up, we got to talk about groups for all. There are groups out here for everybody. And I saw, again, me with documentaries and talk shows and listening and reading, there should be, I don't want to say it the wrong way. You can wake up in a bad mood, but by an hour into your day, all that should be gone, or even sooner. If you're with a group that understands you, and I've learned this since COVID about all these groups. I mean, other than the high school groups, the military groups, the neighborhood groups, and your sports groups and all that. But when it comes to that thing you don't like to deal with or talk about, everything gonna be all right. I'm good. Okay. They have groups out there that do not share your information. I'm not talking about on Facebook or Twitter or nothing like that. You can Google search this. They did a magnificent story on this on, I think it was 2020 talked about this on one of the old episodes I happened to watch. I'm not talking about the investigative groups either, but if that's your thing, please do. But for the self-help, the moving forward, the positivity, the looking for a change in the right way, not trying to flip the switch right away and move too fast, but understanding everything has steps to it. There's a process to everything, unlike the Philadelphia 76ers NBA team. But your daily journey, there is a process. And a lot of people processes got interrupted, got detoured, got shut off at something that no one ever thought would happen in that fashion, being that dramatic and that drastic. That has a cause and effect on people and children alike. But the fast thing to do is just to clam up, go in a room, stay in the covers, get into blackout curtains, which work, by the way. Those things, look here, out. I got 2 in the bedroom, 2 in the living room. Them blackouts work. Out, gone. But these groups, man, let's say you like sports, but you don't like to talk negative about sports. You like the positive side. I don't care what level of sports you play. You just want to talk about it in a positive way. There are groups out there for that. You just find it. If you need a yelling session, there's a group for that. The things on the chest should be lifted. If you're the type of person that wakes up and you're already pissed about work, even though you have not went there yet, everybody goes through it. Everybody. You're not the only one, not the first one saying, oh, God, I hate this place. Everybody has done it. I don't care what age demographic that you are. It happens. It's part of life. It's part of growing up. It's a part of understanding the terms. But I just wanted to share that with you. There's a group out there for everyone. And I'm in about probably 15 groups that do not even talk about sports or entertainment. I'm going to say that one more time. I'm in about 15 groups that do not talk about sports or entertainment. That's a hell of a learning curve for me. The transition has been eye-opening for me, and I'm legally blind, so you can take that with a grain of salt and ketchup and mustard too, and put it on a sandwich if you want to. But I'm telling you, when you lose something, you gain something. When you give up something, you pick up something else. So be careful of moving too fast to give up something, because you're going to pick up something. Just keep it positive, okay? And this is Montez at Midday, and we're being brought to you by our title sponsor, St. Louis Organics. Oh, giving you that organic pleasure. Located at 8088 Watson Road. Check them out on the website and make sure you fit the hours of business that they're doing. Whole lot of things that come with STL Organics, by the way. Okay, let's see where we're at right now. Okay. Next up on the docket. It's our last segment here. The NBA buying in. Are you buying into what the NBA is doing and has been doing? Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. They did it with the Clippers. They did it with the Nets. And they've most recently done it to the Sixers. I know what you're saying. Dre, there's been a whole lot of teams do the same type of shit. What about them other teams? I'm just talking about these three, okay? Just these three. When the Clippers got Kawhi, not Leonard, everybody said, uh-oh, the Clippers going to win the chip. They all about them Buckies. Go get Bucky, go get the chip. That's all everybody kept saying. What must you do? You still got to play the game. Tell them, Herman, what must you do? You still have to play the game, son. Next up, the New Jersey Nets. They get KD. They get Kyrie. Everybody's going there. Brook Lopez there. Everybody like, oh, God, the Nets are going to win it. The Nets, they about to get that chip. Give it to them. Give it to them. Everybody buying the Nets outfit, getting their Barclay, getting their swag on. You still got to play the game. Now, the 76ers have recently done it by adding James. I don't know what my body weight is, Harden in Embiid. It's early. Everybody is going nuts off of these few games that they've played together. But when they're slinging the shot moving like that with so little chemistry, unless I want to see some cell phone records from Harden and Joel Embiid and the Sixers front office right now. I want to see some there has to be a communication trail somewhere. But if you buying into what they've been doing, selling you on the hope of an NBA championship, coming to the Clippers, they didn't get it. Coming to the Nets, fell short. And now they got the 76ers. This is the shortest season finale. This is the first time ever this is this least amount of games to complete the season for the NBA regular season. So fatigue, matchups will play a factor, but it's also that same time to get that bench ready for that move. B-E-N-C-H. B-E-N-C-H. The bench. It's time to get that cooking. It's time to get that going. But I'm really intrigued to see how these 76ers pan out and what the Phoenix Suns are going to do. Chicago Bulls. Memphis Grizzlies and Ja. I can't explain him. The story of the man, it should have been a movie already. But I want to wait. I want to wait to make the movie about Ja. I don't want the movie being made about him while he's playing ball. Don't want to do it. Let's finish up. But my, what a story about this young man. What a story. I'm not going to tell it. Go find a story and listen to it for yourself. And stand by your mom and daddy while you're listening to it and just look at them. If we work together, things can be great for us. T-shirt time. T-shirt time right there. So those are the things right there that we talked about today on Montez at Midday as we open the show with happy birthday to my mom, my cousin in Brooklyn, Sonny, my boy in Oklahoma City, his mom already. And I want to thank the people that came onto the show in the month of November. Last month of February, we had my man Alistair Fennell. We had attorney Brian Edwards. We also had St. Louis author of the book, The Streets of St. Louis, Ms. Jessica Whitfield, and also my man from Wisconsin, fullback author Larry Tank Purdue. Both of those books can be purchased on Amazon.com. There it is right there, good people. There it is again. It's way back Wednesday. It's 80 degrees in St. Louis. What are you doing right now? Dre, I'm listening to you by the pool. I love people that have home pools, and a lot of people don't know it by their photos, but I know the people that be sharing them on Facebook, and they lie in the photos where they're at. That's some bitch in Kirkwood. But that's it right there. Again, shout out to the VA. All systems are go. What I love about going to the VA, seeing the people, the other VA patrons that are there, as we're having conversations. Wait, well, what you in for? What? And then what branch? And how long you been coming? How they treat you? You got to have that conversation. But the one that got me, my doctor talks to me like she sees me every week. Sees me once a year. Once a year. We go to twice a year in 3 years. But now we're at once a year. And I swear, the woman talks to me like she saw me yesterday. It reminds me of the days when your bank knew you, the gas station attendant knew you at the full service gas station. Remember that? Your barber already know what type of haircut. All you got to do is speak. What up? And sit down. Now you got I got to check in. You got to look at the ID. You got to look at your man. Oh, my God. But it felt good seeing all the vets today looking good and feeling good and walking out looking good. All my vets, again, shout out to you. Enjoyed this Ash Wednesday, guys. And we're going to do something here. Get the people going. As my man Will Ferrell always says, it gets the people going. Let's get the people going and see what we can do right here as we get up out of here on this way back Wednesday edition of the show of Montez at Midday. Get on that track. Won't you get up?